Hi everyone, welcome to 2026. I hope you all had a great start to the year and maybe some of you have already managed to get out there and burn through a few packs. I'm back today with a quick tip for all the analog and HDzero pilots. As you know, you can change your power levels using stick commands or Vtx admin in the ELS lever script. But what if I told you there's an even easier way? It's actually way simpler. You can just map your power levels to a switch on your radio and change them on the fly. Stick around and I will show you how to get full control in just a few easy steps. It's a lot easier than you might think. First, go to the video transmitter tab in Betaflight and check the power levels in your Vtx is capable of. In my case, you can see 5 stages here. Personally, I mapped 25, 500 and max to a three-way switch, but of course you can choose whichever levels you prefer. Now, let's set up the switch. Turn on your radio and go to the receiver tab in Betaflight. If you don't see any movement when you move the sticks, your receiver needs power. Plug in a LiPo or use a power supply. And don't forget to active cool your Vtx. We don't want the thing to turn into a grill. Once you connect it, find a switch that isn't being used and toggle it. In my case, I'm using a three-way switch on aux3. Make a note of that channel. Now you can unplug the drone. Now comes the most important part, the settings. Open Notepad, Word or any text editor where you can type and copy and paste. Put the base code in the video description so you can just copy and adapt it from there. The key numbers are at the position 2 and 5, as well as the range as you define. Position 2 is the switch. Important. It's the channel -1, so since I'm using aux3, I enter the number 2. If you are on aux5, you'd enter 4 and so on. At position 5, enter the power levels you want to cycle through. For me, that's 1, 3 and 4. Insert your own values here. The last two numbers are the ranges that trigger the switch positions in Betaflight. Choose values slightly below and above the midpoint to make sure the range is hit reliably. If you're using a three-way switch, my settings should work perfectly for you. If it doesn't work right, or if it only toggles between 2 levels instead of 3, the error is likely in these ranges. Just tweak them until it works smoothly. Once your lines are ready, just copy them, go to the CLI in Betaflight, paste the commands, type save and hit enter. Betaflight will reboot and voila, you got a super practical switch function so you never have to manually dive through stick commands again. Finally, double check that your settings were applied correctly. Go back into the CLI, type Vtx and hit enter. A table should appear just like the one you see here on the screen. Personally, I also like to display the power level in my OSD. That way I can always see at a glance if I'm actually ready and powered up for the next pack. If you have any questions about this, just drop me the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback. See you in the next one.